Welcome to the last video in the Inventor Tic-Tac-Toe iPad edition tutorial videos. In this one, I'm going to show you how to make a marble in Inventor. So I'm going to go up and create a brand new standard IPT. And I'm going to start a 2D sketch on the XY plane. So the marbles that we have are about 0.65 inches in diameter. So to do this, I'm going to use a center point circle, and it's very important that the center of my circle starts at the origin. So I'm going to click to place the center. Now I want to type in the dimension. I don't want to click to place it. So I'm going to grab my keyboard and I'm going to type in 0.65 and hit return. I can hit my escape key, drop my circle tool. The next thing I'm going to need is I need to break this circle in two. So I'm going to take my line tool and start my line at the top of the circle, and you're going to notice that it snaps to that corner right there, that top quadrant. I'm going to click to place that. Let me move my keyboard out of the way. I'm going to move my mouse or my pointer down. Now I need to place the other point of my line. I need this to come all the way down and snap, as you can see right there, to the bottom, so that I can click. And I've just placed a line that split this circle in two. So I'm going to hit my escape key. Next, we're going to use a tool that leaves the create. We're going to come over to the modify section and we're going to use a new tool called trim. So what I'm going to do is trim half of my circle. Because I drew a line down the middle, it knows that there are two halves here. With my pointer on the left side, I can click and it'll cut away or trim half that circle off. I can click the trim tool to drop it. Actually, it'd be better if I hit the escape key. One thing that worries people is this dimension. This dimension can be just about anywhere. All it is telling us the size of the circle. As long as we have half of a circle and a line down the middle, we are all done with the sketch, and we're going to come up to the green check mark and say finish sketch. We've been using extrude quite a bit. I'm going to pause here. Please don't do this. I'm going to extrude just so you could see what it looks like. Doesn't look like a marble really. So I'm going to hit cancel because we're going to use a new tool called revolve. Because there was a solid shape, it already grabbed my profile for me. It selected one profile, which is this shape here. If this doesn't highlight blue, you would want to click in that area first. Next up though, we need to select an axis. So what do we want to spin this shape around? So this line right down the middle that we use to cut our circle in half is going to be our axis. I'm going to click it, and you're going to see that it spins this shape around 360 degrees, or a full circle. Now, just to show you what it looks like, you do not need to delete this. If I put it at 90, it's going to look more like an orange wedge. If I put this at 180, I get it to spin halfway around. If I put it at 270, it's starting to look like Pac-Man. And if I leave it at 360, it's a full spin around. Let me hit OK and go back to my home view. And you have just made a sphere in Inventor. It's hard to tell that it's a sphere, which is why I want to bring in a talk about the colors. So the material. There's a specific material I think works really well for the marbles, and it's something to do with how it looks. So if I pick one of these expanded metals, the ones I told you not to use in the past video, I like these because it really gives you a good perspective that this is a three-dimensional sphere that has shape to it. So this is how to make a marble in Inventor. To make sure I don't lose my work, I'm going to go up to File, Save As, always double checking that I'm going into my H drive. If not, you have to change that. And we're going to change the name here to Marble. Help if I delete part 1. Marble going into the correct H drive. I can click Save, and it is now updated and saved for me. I just wanted to briefly show you other places that I've used this. I've used this revolve shape to make pawns, bishops, rooks, kings, and right here is a queen for chess. Let me go and maximize this. So what I did was I drew half of the queen's shape. I used the revolve tool and I revolved it around that center line that goes down the middle, and I had it create a queen for me. So I'd like you to make a marble, learn how to use the revolve tool, and you have made it to the end of the tutorial videos. Good job and well done.